Alright, so I'm sitting in my car right now, as you can tell. The reason I'm sitting in my car is because guess what? I was involved in a car accident today. Nobody was hurt, thank God. So here's what happened. We went down to pick up our daughter at school, picked her up, stopped alongside the road at the laundromat, and my wife and daughter got out, went across the street to get the laundry. I sat in the car, had my 4-ways on, as you're supposed to do, and I'm just sitting there waiting for them, and all of a sudden, bam, I hear this bang, crunch of steel, and I'm like, what the hell? And I knew, all right, somebody hit me, you know. And the guy did pull over, he did stop. Thank God it wasn't a hit and run, else that would have been another situation I'd had to deal with. But anyways, he stopped. Thank God my daughter and my wife weren't in the car, because, you know, they'd have probably scared the hell out of them. So anyways, I sat in the car for a little bit. Everything's running through my head now. All right, now what do I do? Involved in a car accident here in the Philippines. I've heard horror stories about people and foreigners involved in car accidents here, and, you know, basically it's the foreigners' fault. So, sat in the car, everything's running through my head, the old, you know, what to do now. Other things too, like, you know, the old typical, you know, if you've been to the Philippines, you know how people drive here. That's all I gotta say. You know, that's running through my head, you know, dummy, doesn't know how to drive, you know, da-da-da-da. So I sat in the car for a while. I looked out my, you know, my window, looked over, there were people looking, my wife was looking, and got out of my car, walked up to the vehicle that was involved. It was like a little pickup truck that was involved. 2 guys were sitting there, 1 guy was on the phone. They got out, and I basically looked at him and said, well, now what? You know, now what? You know, because I don't know how things work here in the Philippines. You know, back in the States, you exchange insurance, police are called, they do a report, find who's at fault, then that person's insurance covers it. So Louisa finally came over, and you know, she's like, you know, hey, you know, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, you know. So we started talking and everything. Here what it was 2 guys, they were in their work truck. They worked for a company, and they were, I guess, going out doing some service on air conditioning. They worked for an air conditioning company. He called his boss. His boss wasn't available, but the boss's son was, and they were only right down the road. You know, their company's only right down the road, so, you know, the boss's son came up, and, you know, we started talking. From what I'm told, minor car accidents like this, nobody's hurt. Yeah, you can call the police, they'll come, you know, they'll probably check your license, registration, make sure everything's good to go, you know, on that end, but, you know, they'll be basically telling you, you know, work it out. The guy that did hit me and sideswipe me did say, you know, hey, yeah, it was my fault. He said he was passing me, oncoming car, pushed him off to the side of the road, or came into his lane, and that's why he came and sideswiped my car. Either way, you know, he admitted it. His boss did come, or the boss's son did come. You know, we got talking and everything, and everybody was calm through the whole thing. I was calm, they were calm. You know, here the son has a friend who has a body shop here, and tomorrow morning I'm going to go down to the air conditioning shop, you know, the owners of the truck that sideswiped me, and he's going to have his body guy there, and he's going to look at everything, and he's like, you know, we'll take care of it, and, you know, we know it was our fault. So, but yeah, you know, these things happen. One of those things, you know, you got to learn as you go here in the Philippines. You know, like I said, I do have insurance. It would have been a different story if it was a side swipe and like a hit and run. Then yes, I would probably, you know, more than likely would have called the police and filed a report, you know, as far as a hit and run, getting a license plate. I did get his license plate and everything, and we'd have went from there. Probably, well, yeah, more than likely, submitted the claim to my insurance company. I went that route and to see how everything went. I do carry, you know, full coverage on the car. When I got it, I told him, I said, listen, I want my car to be covered if a leaf drops on the car and, you know, puts a dent in it. So I got, you know, what they said was the best car insurance you could possibly get. But anyways, with that being said, let me show you some of the damage here. Yeah. Blasted my driver's side mirror clean off. And there's a bracket that mounts to the outside. The bracket on the outside busted, cracked. That's all inside here. So there's the mirror. But you really do need this to drive in the Philippines, trust me. You need to see the side of your car and everything. But anyways, let's head to the outside and let's check out the outside of the car. All right. So let's start on the front end here. Here's the front end. You can see the wheel well here. He scratched it all up here. Scratched it all up down through here. Yeah, there's a damage to the front end wheel well. Side mirror. I mean, you can see, you know, the wires got ripped out, but you can see this is a bracket here that the side mirror sits on, mounts on there, twists and turns. You can see that bracket's clear, you know, busted clear off. That's going to have to be replaced. The side door, scratches here, scratched all the way down through here. Driver's side door, that's all scratched up. A little bit right there. And then the rear wheel well area, you can see it's all scratched up here, 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 here. But yeah, that's the damage that was done. This side view here. Side view there. That's the damage. Now, one I guess good thing you could say is that damage is all surface. You know, the body's not bent in or dented in or busted in or anything like that. So, you know, a good body guy is going to take care of that pretty good and fix that up. My concern is going to be that mirror, you know, locating one and the bracket, locating one and the cost of one. But, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Tomorrow, gonna head down to the guy's air-conditioned shop, meet up with him in the morning. Like I said, his body guy is gonna be there, check it all out. Go over everything. But you live and learn as you go along here in the Philippines. It's just part of the adventure, part of the ride here. So we'll see how that works out, you know, tomorrow, and we'll go from there.